to this country. That's what they've done. We can turn it around. We're America. Look, they tried to take President Trump out twice, not once, but twice. And look, when I was shot, this is the guy that the media will never tell you about. I'm in the hospital. I'm in a coma for 3 days. So my wife flew up from New Orleans with our kids. She doesn't know if her husband's going to make it through the day. That was Donald Trump's birthday, June 14th. That was the day of the shooting. They had a birthday party at the White House. He and Melania leave the party to come to the hospital to console my wife and spend a few hours just talking to a guy who's on tubes, on a ventilator, and in a coma. That's what Donald Trump did that night of his birthday. And then after I was still in the hospital for 3.5 months, and my kids were there the whole summer. You talk about a fun summer, right? You know, you want to be home with your friends in New Orleans, and you're in Washington, D.C., staying in a little apartment, wondering if your dad's going to make it out. And Donald Trump knew that, and he would call them just time to time and say, Jennifer, bring the kids over to the White House. I'm going to give them a tour. Personal tour. Just give them a tour of the White House. That's who Donald Trump is. He loves this country, but he loves her people. This is the man we need back in the White House, not these evil people that are trying to ruin this country. That's who he is. And so I saw him a few days after the shooting. And I felt, look, I texted him the day of the shooting. We were all, thank God it didn't turn out different that day. We don't want to think about what it would have been in this country if it would have gone the other way. But I told him, after I knew he was okay, I wanted to look him in the eye. So I saw him a few days later. And I looked at him, and he had still the tape on his ear. But I just wanted to see, and I said, Mr. President, how are you? Not how are you doing? How's it ear doing? How are you? And he said, Steve, I'm good. I said, because I watched the video, we all watched the video, just makes a little bit of a move. He doesn't make that move, he's not here. I said, just like God was on the ball field, God answered prayers. God performed miracles the day that I easily could have not made it through that day. I said, Mr. President, God was in Butler, Pennsylvania, watching out for you. And he looked at me and he shook his head and he goes, Steve, I know I shouldn't be here. It touched him. He knows God has a purpose for him much bigger than what he's doing right now. God has a plan for this country. God is not done with the United States of America, and neither are we. Let's go take our country back. God bless you, Pennsylvania. Let's go win.